Okay, that should be good. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another stream. It's been what, like 5 months? 5 months, just about. It's just gonna be a chill stream. Just gonna sit and chat and play some Angry Birds in the background as well. So, yeah. Oh boy, life has certainly been something recently. That's for sure. A lot of chaos in my life. That's why I haven't been, you know, streaming as much. A lot of crazy stuff going on here. Let's see. Okay. Just the classic Star Wars introduction. Nothing too crazy. Alright, there we go. Okay, I think I might have to get batteries for my controller. My controller might be dying. Because it keeps disconnecting, so I'll have to see what happens. Hello, Prody. How's it going? Okay. Okay. It should be fine for now, actually. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see here. What do I got? Go here. Probably, actually, you know what? No, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Work my way over here. So I'm all the way over here. Let's start at the beginning. There we go. Oh. Oh no, that's not good. Do not drink that stuff next time. It's bad for you. There you go. Yes, let's go. Okay, first level complete. Okay. So I already unlocked Luke's lightsaber, so that's why it's easier to do these levels. There we go. Okay, didn't get the best score. It's lower than my high. Yeah. It doesn't matter too much. Boom. Take that! And there we go. There we go. Wow. Way higher than my high on here. There we go. Good stuff. Radio. What we got here? Seems to be another level. Another day, another level. Oh, I think I got it. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, everyone's gone. Everybody's gone. Good. There we go. Beautiful. We got a cutscene here. What's going on here? This is when Obi-Wan shows up. Okay. Got it, got it, got it. Everyone should be gone. There we go. That was easy. I think I might talk about the what the I mean uploaded videos to your channel. I didn't upload anything. What the hell? Never mind. Just saw that notification pop up for some reason. Nothing. I didn't upload anything. I don't know why I was saying that. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's like a highlight stream compilation. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yes. Very, very banger intro, Dan. I'm just doing chill stream, like a sit and chat, if you will. Yeah. It's just a chill stream. Nothing too big going on here. Okay, I want to retry that right away. That was stupid. Let's try that again. There. That ought to do something. Okay. See ya, Brody. Let me see here. Okay, so there's two more. Gotta bang these guys up here. Kaboom. That should fall on that. And I win. Ah, Angry Birds. Childhood nostalgia. It's crazy. Steam. Like the platform on PC. Yes. We love Steam. And now Luke gets his lightsaber. Okay. Yep, bye-bye. See you later. Matter of fact, probably should not have gone there right away. Yeah, let me... What I want to do... I'm going to try aiming upward. And I can get these guys here. Alright, no worries, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Let me see here. Oh, shoot. Did I get him? Yes, got him. Okay. What should I talk about? This is like a sit. This is a sit and chat stream. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Alrighty. See you later. Kaboom. Fake it, birds. Alright, let me... Oh, God. That's not what I wanted to do. I keep saying... I think I know why it's saying that. I'll have to check that later. Okay. Oops, I kind of wanted to... Oh, shoot, I should not have restarted there. Should have waited. Dang it. That's fine. That's fine. We got it. We got it. We should be... No. Let me try this. Go here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. On that one attempt there. There we go. Radio. I can put this away. There we go. So what is there to sit and chat about? I think I might know, actually. I guess just like, I don't know, we'll start with some gaming stuff. How about that? So, what gaming stuff is there to talk about? Let's see. Guess we could talk about Crossworlds for a little bit. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, the new Sonic Racing game. You know, that reveal at the end of 2024 for Crossworlds, it's a little, I don't know how to put it, like, I guess very bland and boring. I mean, it was at the end of the year of Shadow, so I'm not too surprised that they showed Shadow in the introduction, like, little teaser for Crossworlds, but, you know, it was a little bland. I mean, you know, sure, they had the travel ring and the car and the extreme gear on mounted on the wall and stuff like that, but very, very bland that introduction was. And then I don't think we heard anything about it until February. Now I'm not too sure if it was at the State of Play in February or if it was just randomly announced that they were going to have this open beta test later in the month. So really didn't hear much about Crossworlds until like February, which is about a month or so later after the 2024 Game Awards. Okay, dang it, this guy just won't die here. Let's try that again. There we go, we got it. And then I didn't really see much footage of the open beta test, but I know that it was obviously pretty buggy because it was a beta, and you know there were a lot of like balancing issues and stuff like that with the game. And apparently people say the graphics were actually better during the open beta test. I don't know why, but you know, apparently they do. Which, I mean, yeah, from what I saw, they did look pretty good, at least compared to the game we have now. It's kind of surprising, honestly, that there was so many like good graphical improvements with the open beta test and stuff. But then I guess they downgraded it. I don't know, because like I haven't seen much footage of the open beta test for Crossworld, so I have no idea if it actually looked the part. But then I think the next time we actually heard about something for the game was like in June or July for Crossworlds, where it was shown at Summer Games Fest, and then a few days later there was more trailers coming out, and then they announced in August the open network test, which me and a few friends played then. And then, you know, they didn't really show much afterwards. I mean, I think on launch day for the game, November 25th, they released the Mega Man teaser or something like that, like the Mega Man trailer, just showing people that he was in the game. Honestly, I think the sad thing is the fact that Crossworlds, kind of like Shadow Generations, like there was so much shown during all the trailers that it wasn't too much a surprise going in, but there were some definite surprises going in the game as well. But honestly, I don't think it was too much of a surprise, because like for Shadow Generations, they basically showed the entire game via the trailers, so there wasn't really much of a surprise. Like obviously people still thought like we would, like they didn't show like one level and, you know, like maybe 2 levels and a boss, but that ended up being the case. And for Crossworlds, you know, they showed like they showed a lot of things, but they didn't like reveal everything, obviously, unlike Shadow Generations. They showed way more in the trailers for Shadow Generations than Crossworlds, fortunately, you know. I remember at the beginning of the year, the Switch 2 was announced, and Mario Kart was announced alongside it. Everyone thought that, like, since Crossworlds was announced, everyone thought like Mario Kart World would beat it, like always, and blah blah blah. But you know, honestly, I think after Crossworlds showed like more of what it had, people were starting to switch up on Mario Kart. Like I think it was probably after the Summer Games Fest that people started switching up on Mario Kart a little more, because of what they saw in the trailers for Crossworlds. So it's interesting for sure. Not really too surprising though. I mean, like from what I've seen of Mario Kart World, don't get me wrong, it looks like a good game, but at the same time, you know, it just a lot of people really weren't interested in it after like the first like 2 weeks. Like after like the first 2 weeks, I really didn't see anything on it. So it was a failure in many people's eyes. But I mean, it did sell like 5 million copies to like Crossworlds like potential, I think 2.5 to 3 million. But still, you know, it had a lot going for it. You know, it was open world, which was new to the kart racing genre and stuff like that. But I didn't really play the part too well. You know, like in the like sections of the Grand Prix where you had to go through the straight parts of track, no one really liked those. And Nintendo did, of course, the stupidest thing they always do. In an update for Mario Kart World, I'm pretty sure they removed like the random chance to skip the intermission like sections, and you would immediately be able to go to a different course with 3 laps. And that was stupid. I don't know why they did that. But like, it's Nintendo. They do what they want to do. So it's not really too surprising. Anyway, back to Crossworlds. Man, Crossworlds is such a good game. I think it's one of my highest played games like ever to this date anyway. In the future, I'll probably have like way more hours on certain games. I'm pretty sure Minecraft is my highest played game. But I think Crossworlds might be close. I just cannot beat this level. I'm distracting myself here. One for you. Kaboom. Should have it. There we go. Radio. That is that. So that's that. What else? What else can I talk about? I guess I'll stay on the topic of Crossworlds for a little bit. Honestly, I think it's one of my favorite kart racing games of all time. If not my favorite. Personally, like, I love all the kart racing games I have. Except for, like, I don't think I've really touched Crash Team Racing in a long time. So, but I do have good memories with that game as well. But, like, I have, let me see. I have Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I have Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, which I don't have a 3DS yet, but I want to play that eventually. Crash Team Racing, Crossworlds, and that's really about it for my racing game collection there. But I do have quite a few, and I have very fond experiences with the ones I have played. And I have played Team Sonic Racing as well on mobile, the mobile version of that game. Okay, we're gonna go. What? No, I don't wanna do that. Never mind. I wanted to restart the level, man. Dang it. Okay. But honestly, I think, personally, I think Crossworlds is like the best. Well, I mean, not like best for your wallet, $90 for the digital deluxe edition. Ouch. But I did. I'm fortunate enough to work Wednesdays and Fridays at a actual job. I have a job, so I'm fortunate enough to work at a job that pays me I think 50 per day, because I work like 5-hour shifts. So I work 5 hours, I get paid $50. So that's $100 because I work 2 days. But anyway, I did hello. How's it going? Just sit and chat and talk about Crossworlds and racing games and stuff like that. But what is it about Crossworlds? That's right. The digital deluxe edition is very expensive. I mean, obviously, I can understand why they made the price like that, but I feel like the way they did it was a little poor in execution, because, like, I'm pretty sure at the Summer Games Fest, Takashi Iizuka, roasted Mario Kart, and then, just hours after the Games Fest was over, the prices, I think, either leaked or they were officially announced. I don't think they were officially announced. I'm pretty sure they were leaked. But, I feel like it might have been better for Crossworlds to be, maybe the base game could have been like 50 or 60, and then the digital deluxe could have been like 80 or 70 or something like that. That would have been like way better. But then again, it's like Paramount, and they have Nickelodeon, so SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles, all that, they're coming to the game. SpongeBob's already in the game, but I can understand why they did that, because they probably haven't had an executive meeting with like the other video game characters that they're putting in here in the game. I actually recently learned that Hatsune Miku isn't owned by Sega. She's owned by a different company, but Sega is the one who makes her games. So that's definitely an interesting thing that I learned a few months ago. But that's besides the point, I guess. What else? I mean, I'm pretty sure that I haven't missed a single festival in Crossworlds. The festivals, for those of you who don't know, are events that happen like every once in a while. They don't happen too often now, but like in the earlier stages of the game's life, there were 2 festivals per month. So I remember, I think the Hatsune Miku festival just came like days after launch, and then I think a few days later, I think, what was it, like October 8th to like the 13th, they had the Minecraft festival, and then they went back to the Joker festival for Sega characters, for free characters, and then just like a week or so later, they had the Ichiban festival, which I did not participate on that one on my computer, but I did participate with it on my sister's Switch. So, because I wasted a lot of money. I wasted $180 on buying another copy of the game that my sister doesn't even play, because I bought it for her. She doesn't even play it, so yeah, that sucks. Ouch. It's okay. It's okay. I still had the chance to participate in every festival, and that's what makes me happy. If I got to do that, I'm A-okay. But the festivals are cool. Like, it's definitely a take on the kart racing genre, for sure. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought that they were just going to add every character into the game at once. They took a very like interesting approach to that idea, where they would add like 1 or 2 characters per month into Crossworlds, and then you can get like special rewards catered to those characters' events, which I think is really cool. I think that's like one of the cooler things that Crossworlds has done for the genre. It just like introduces different ideas here and there, which is really cool. But something I've actually been noticing with Crossworlds, and like I want to talk about like Crossworlds a little more, but like one of the like main things I really want to get out there is, for those of you who have played in the festivals, have you like experienced the like win streak reward for the festivals getting harder? Because in my experience, I have been noticing that they've been getting harder. As a matter of fact, I beat this level. Let's go to a different one. But I have noticed that, like, I think it really started with the Nights Festival towards the end of December. I'm pretty sure that's where it like really went down. Because like, I mean, sure, like the earlier festivals, they were decently difficult to get the win streak reward, but like nothing too big of a deal. But like, as like more copies of the game were sold, I've just been noticing more and more that the win streak reward for the festivals just gets more difficult for some reason. Like, I remember in the Nights Festival specifically, that was like the first time I really had difficulty getting that reward. Like, obviously, I mean, I started to kind of notice it with the SpongeBob Festival, but I'd say the Nights Festival is where I really struggled first. And then, obviously, like, all the other festivals from the Nights Festival onward are probably going to be just as difficult. Like, obviously, the Pac-Man and II Festival, they were pretty difficult to get those win streak awards. So hopefully the IDW / Tangle and Whisper Festival won't be too difficult. I mean, who am I kidding? It probably will be if all these other ones in recent memory have been. But we'll just have to see what happens. Speaking of that, Tangle and Whisper, the first comic characters to actually appear in a console game. The public doesn't really know much about these characters, but for those of us, like myself, who are comic fans, like fans of comics and stuff, we know plenty about these characters, and we were obviously very excited to even see them in the game. Like, dude, the comics are just, like, such an interesting thing for the Sonic series. I think, like, it's been executed very well, because, like, Sonic has so many comics under his belt, and so many crossovers with those comics. You know, you have, like, stuff like the Mega Man crossover from Archie, or the, Metal Virus arc and the DC crossover, you know, like things like that. The Enerjack arc from Archie as well. Like, all of these arcs definitely stand out in their own right as, like, an interesting take on the series, and, like, just adapted, like, dark stories and stuff like that. Like, the Metal Virus was incredibly dark, as well as the Enerjack arc. The Enerjack arc was, ooh, God, there's a certain panel in that arc where, I'm not gonna say it, but just know that it's bad. Like, it's really bad. That one panel. I'm not saying, like, in the bad kind of way bad. I'm saying in, like, the, like, heroes were defeated bad kind of way. I'm not going to describe what's on that panel, but it is dark. That's just, ooh, God. Okay, then we're going to beat that level. But, like, oh my God. Yeah, the comics are certainly something. Personally, my favorite comic character is this little gremlin right here. Whisper. He's my favorite comic character. But, there's a lot of good characters in the comics. I think Archie and IDW both have their fair share of good characters in their respective comics. Like, for Archie, I really like Sally. Sally is a good character. I like... What else do I like from there? I really like the like, portrayal of Eggman in the Archie comics. Like, obviously, he mainly takes inspiration from the 90s cartoons shows, because that's when Archie started, but like in the late 90s. But I think, like, the like way he's portrayed in the Archie comics is just, like, one of his best in a while. Obviously, not everyone will agree with that, but, like, honestly, if you really think about it, he's, like, just such a freaking menace. Like, dude, you're telling me that, like, a villain who turns you into a freaking robot isn't menacing? I don't know what is, but that's just, like, one of the main highlights of this, like, interpretation of the character. Like, obviously, there's so much more I can go into. Like, oh my God, like, there's this one panel in Archie where Sally gets freaking gunned down. Oh my God. And again, it was by Eggman. It was by one of like I don't know if it was some kind of security camera with, like, a gun or something attached to it, and that's why Sally got gunned down. And then I remember in that arc, like, Sonic restart the timeline, something like that, and went back into back in time to save Sally and a different, yeah. But, like, dude, the Archie comics are just, like, so interesting. They're unique. But I don't want to talk too much about Archie, obviously. Like, there's still plenty of, like, other stuff to talk about. Like, let's talk about IDW for a little bit. IDW, man, what a comic series IDW is. Let me tell you. IDW has a lot of franchises under their belt as well, but, like, one of their main ones is Sonic. And, like, for the Sonic comics, they didn't start until, like, the Battle for Angel Island arc, like, the arc before that. Like, that was, like, the arc that started that. But, like, I guess, I mean, to be fair, Sega is the one who published these comics, but I guess, like, if you really want to put it that way, then IDW made... I wouldn't say they made those comics. Well, maybe they did, because they like the Sonic Forces prequel comics, they definitely have like the style of IDW, but apparently they were published by Sega, which, you know, obviously I understand that. I just wanted to test out how those comics would do, and apparently they did well. So, and obviously, again, those Forces prequel comics, they have the style of IDW. So I feel like IDW did create them, but Sega didn't give them any credit, and they published it. And then once they finally got the results back, then that's when they finally started the first arcs of IDW. I feel like that's what happened there. But another thing is... Oh, Jedi Knight. Hey, I'm getting a lot of achievements today. Yes, I will tell you in a few minutes. But I think, like, one of the... like, most... Like one of the darkest stories in Sonic goes to the Metal Virus. Like, the Metal Virus definitely has that tone. Like, obviously, Forces was supposed to have that tone, where, you know, like, oh god, like, the original concept for Sonic Forces was, ooh, it was something. But, shoot, I didn't win, dang it. Anyway, but, like, the original concept for Forces was, like, way darker than what we actually got. I messed that up so badly. But it was way darker than what we actually got. And I think what they did is maybe, like, this obviously isn't true. I'm just, like, throwing things out there where I can. But maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that they took, like, I guess, inspiration from those concept stages of Forces and implemented them into stuff like the Battle for Angel Island and the Metal Virus arc as well, and, like, further issues of IDW. Obviously, I know that's not true. That's obviously not true. But I'm just throwing something out there, because it's plausible. It could have happened. But, yeah, IDW is, like, such a cool comic branch. I think, like, a lot of people will agree with this, but my favorite arc from Archie is, or not Archie, I meant IDW, is the Metal Virus arc. Because it's just, like, it's so dark and interesting, and it's just, oh gosh. But, like, one of my favorite quotes from Sonic of, like, all time is, there's this panel in one of the issues for the Metal Virus arc where Tangle first got infected. She wasn't obviously fully infected yet, but she got infected, and she told Sonic that Jewel, one of her friends, got her infected. So what had happened is, since she was infected, Sonic hesitated, obviously, because, you know, he didn't want to lose another one of his friends, but he had no other choice. So he carried her across or around the streets of Spiral Hill, and Tangle, she's known for having a very stretchy tail, so she stretched her tail across some lampposts, and then she fought the Zombots, holding them back until, like, everyone could get out. And then one of, like, the saddest panels, and, like, one of the most badass things Sonic has ever said. So Sonic came back to everyone near the shuttle. I gotta retry this again. Ooh, wait, I probably almost got it there. But Sonic came back to everyone on the shuttle, and he said, like, Amy asked where Tangle was, and Sonic said that she's gonna stay behind. And then one of, like, the most badass things he's ever said, she said she was sorry, but heroes have nothing to be sorry about. Like, goddamn. Like, dude, that is just such a cool line. But then Whisper was in the background, Tangle's friend. Tangle is actually one of the first friends Whisper has ever allowed herself to have since the incident, which I'll get to later. But Whisper was very, like, upset and broken by it, because she just lost one of her only friends that she has allowed herself to have since the elimination of her other team. Let's just put it that way. Speaking of that other team, the Diamond Cutters. Yeah, it's an interesting bunch, for sure. The Diamond Cutters are one hell of a thing in the comics. I think it's one of like my favorite like parts about the comics is the fact that there's another character like Shadow. Let me explain. So Whisper, for those of you who haven't read any of the IDW comics, Whisper is a wolf right here, and she has this high-tech Wispin, like a prototype Wispin, I think it was, that would allow her to like shoot different types of wisps, and she also has this mask here on her face there, and again, it's like a high-tech mask. It allows her to record like situations she's in, so she can record like the environment around her. And for some reason, I mean, obviously she probably needed to, but she recorded some of her like moments with her teammates, and of course like some of the missions they went on. I think like there was this panel in one of the arcs where Whisper she has to stay outside because Whisper was the scout on her team. She had to stay outside, and the rest of them went in. I think it was Slinger, Mimic, and two others. I forgot the names of the two others. No, Smithy, Claire, Slinger, and Mimic. Those were the ones. So, okay, wait, I got it. I think I got the level. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, those were her 4 teammates. 3 of them were actually, you know, her actual teammates. But Mimic, who I just mentioned a minute ago, he was a part of their team, but secretly did everyone else know he was actually, like, on Eggman's side, because he didn't want to be fighting for the losing side. And the losing side at the time, when this was happening, was the Resistance side. So he joined forces with Eggman, and Eggman told him to eliminate the others. So that's exactly what he did. He eliminated everyone in the team. They went to an old abandoned Eggman base, like they normally do. You know, just like finding stuff, or just like an operational Eggman base and stuff like that. Like they did that a lot, but they needed to find like stuff for their missions. So Mimic, since he can mimic things he's seen, like obviously it's only things he's met. Like for example, he transformed himself into an egg pawn in that panel because he's seen one and met one in person. So Mimic only can shapeshift into people he has met and or seen. So what had happened is he transformed into an egg pawn and went on the scout inside the building. So then, come time for everyone to blow the place to the ground, they weren't able to because Mimic ran off, and I guess he activated, like, the stasis pods that the android shadows were in. Because, yeah, those are still there. But he activated the pods with the android shadows in them. And then, what happened is everyone got killed by the android shadows. So Smithy, Slinger, and Claire were the 3 that got killed. And then Mimic actually transformed himself into, I think, Slinger. I'm not too sure, but I think it was Slinger. And Slinger was, like, apparently Slinger got out, but Whisper knew something was up, so she hid in the tree. And then Slinger transformed back into Mimic, because that's who he was, and Mimic said that Whisper was a coward and ran off. So there was a arc in the IDW comics later down the line where Tangle and Whisper first team up, and I'm pretty sure it was like way after the Metal Virus arc, way after. But I'll tell you in a few minutes, not right now, but just patience. Anyway, they Tangle and Whisper first teamed up in the in their own like little arc, the Tangle and Whisper arc. For those of you who have read it, you know where I'm going with this. But let's see. Tangle and Whisper. First, I guess like they teamed up in like obviously they fought alongside each other before, but they didn't really know each other that well. So Tangle and Whisper first like actually teamed up in that arc. So it was just a normal day, you know. Whisper was back at home in Spiral Hill, and she was telling like after she crashed into a street vendor's cart. She had a little like, I guess head injury kind of. I mean, it wasn't anything too major. It was just like a little bruise and stuff. But after she ran into that cart, she was in the museum with Jewel, her friend, and she was telling Jewel about her adventures with Sonic up until that point. So what had happened is like she saw Sonic running outside and Whisper was chasing behind him. Apparently, like it wasn't actually Sonic, but Sonic was actually Mimic in disguise. So Whisper was chasing after him because she knew it was Mimic, but Tangle didn't know that. So the fake Sonic apparently said that Whisper was mind controlled because Eggman or something like that put a like mind control chip into her mask here. But in reality, yeah, later. But in reality, that wasn't the case because her mask was pink, but the pink indicated like she had I think it's the Spike Wisp at her disposal. I accidentally restarted the level there. My bad. But she had the Spike Wisp activated in her Wispin, so it would like match the color of her Wispin into her mask. So that's why her mask was pink. So Tangle stopped Whisper from shooting Sonic, and again she didn't know it wasn't Sonic at all. But Whisper was a little upset. But then after talking to her for a little bit, they teamed up and they went off. And they went to this like abandoned Eggman base. Yeah, definitely abandoned. Went to an abandoned Eggman base where Whisper would try and find Mimic, and Tangle would stick close behind. But they got separated. And Mimic, I guess, kicked her into the vault that was in there. So apparently Whisper has, or not Whisper, I meant Tangle has a claustrophobia, and she did not like being in that tight space because she was like panicking. She said that she wouldn't have much air. So when Whisper found Mimic told her that, you know, he trapped her friend and this place will blow up. So you can either save her or die, is basically what he was saying. So Whisper went over to the vault. She sealed herself and Tangle in there, and the place blew up, and they survived. And then Whisper told Tangle about, well, I guess she didn't tell her. It was more of like her mask doing the job because she recorded all the footage from it. So Tangle watched the videos from Whisper's mask, and she saw why Whisper was like upset and stuff like that and broken on the inside. So eventually they finally capture him, and they brought him to Tails, and Tails sealed him in this cell. Not really a cell. It's more of like a containment, I guess you could say that. But after being sealed in this containment, apparently he escaped, because I think they transported him. Like they probably transported him because Tails said that they wanted to transport him to jail, like Prison Island. So I guess, like, Gun or something came to get him, and then they escaped, and then, like, Mimic escaped, but that's besides the point. So after that arc, Tangle and Whisper were friends, but, like, it's just, like, IDW is something else, man. You know? Anyway, now what? Alright, I guess we talk about the DC collaboration then. So we'll talk about that for a little bit. So, the DC collaboration, the Sonic X DC collaboration, that, a lot of people have mixed opinions on it. I think it was okay. I think I only have, like, 2 out of the 5 issues. So I need to catch up on that myself. But I know, like, what had happened in that. So, for those of you who haven't read it, and if you don't want spoilers, you can leave now. Because we're going to be talking about that. But, for those of you who don't know, the Sonic and DC collab happened, like, it was announced in 2024, but it wasn't set to motion until 2025. So, they had their, like, first, like, comic collaboration, and apparently, like, the storyline goes like this. So, one day, Darkseid, a major villain from the DC universe, came to the Sonic universe and he was hunting for the Chaos Emeralds. And apparently they had, like, Darkseid collected knowledge of, like, what these things do. So he wanted the Chaos Emeralds. And what had happened is, at, like, towards the beginning of the arc, you know, I think Amy, Tails, and Sonic were fighting the Parademons. And then Darkseid's mothership appeared above Angel Island, and Knuckles didn't want his island to be blown up, so he was going to go down with it, but Superman saved him, but he couldn't save the island. So, like, similar things happened to Superman as well, where his home planet blew up when he was an infant, a baby. So he knew his home planet blew up. But, like, obviously, you know, he wasn't able to go back because it was gone. And the same thing happened to Knuckles in the DC arc, where his home got blown up by something as well. And the Master Emerald kind of got blown up with it, too. So, that literally eliminates the only, like, item in Sonic's universe to, like, control the Chaos Emeralds. Without the Master Emeralds, the Chaos Emeralds can be, like, they can't be controlled. So that was bad in itself. And actually, as a matter of fact, we're gonna switch the game now. We're gonna switch the game for a little bit. We're gonna play the other Angry Birds game. Let me take this one out. But let me continue while I'm doing this. So, what happened is, like, during this arc, the DC characters came to Sonic's world. And, you know, they were stopping Darkseid and saving people and stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. But, they had to, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, like, towards the end of, like, the first, like, 2 or so issues, Batman, I think, pushed all of Sonic's friends into this device that would take them to the DC world. So they were transported to the Watchtower, where I forget his name. He's the guy with the T on his chest. One of you know who he is. But that guy, I forget his name. Like I said, he told the, like, Sonic and friends what had happened. And, like, they told Sonic and friends that his world doesn't exist anymore. So everyone was erased from existence after, you know, that whole thing blew up. So, Oops, gotta pick the hard drive. There we go. But okay, we're gonna play some classic. Okay, so anyway, what had happened next is, like, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, they went to the Justice League headquarters in Metropolis, and they went to, like, they met up with Beast Boy and stuff like that eventually, and, you know, it just went on, like, obviously, like they met certain heroes, and then towards the, like, I think, end of the 3rd issue to the 4th issue, they found a way to go back to their world, because they weren't able to go back, and it was kind of, like, destroyed, stuff like that, apparently. I think that's what it said, but they found a way to get back and bring it back. So obviously now Batman's characters, or DC's characters, were fighting Sonic's villains. So, like, Batman, I think, was taking on Metal Sonic, and there were some other panels as well of the DC heroes taking on villains from Sonic's world. So I think at the, like, the final issue, issue 5, which was the final issue for, like, the first part of the collaboration, like, they obviously reversed all of this. They reversed all of it. So none of it happened, but they still had, like, the memory of it happening. So it was basically a Sonic 06 thing, but instead of them, like, forgetting all about of what happened, they just went back in time, and, like, it never happened, but they still have the memories of the previous timeline. So it's definitely interesting. But apparently we're getting a second issue, like a second wave of those comics, in May this year. So I'll definitely be checking those out, for sure. I gotta finish up the first issue, the first wave, but I'll definitely be checking those out. But I'm actually kind of optimistic for the new collaboration, because, like, I think it's gonna take, like, more of a, like, better approach, because obviously, like, a lot of people have mixed opinions on this collaboration. Like, not many people really enjoy it too much, because of, you know, how rushed it seemed to be. Because, again, there were only 5 issues, which probably could have been split into, like, 10 with an extended storyline, or, like, maybe 7 at most with an extended storyline. But they didn't do that, and it felt very rushed, and people were disappointed. So hopefully the next wave of comics will, you know, have, like, better pacing and stuff like that. Yes, I know you like Batman. Batman's not the only one there. I'm trying to get this stupid pig. Okay, that's not gonna work. But yeah, there are, like, some good things about the comics. You know, like, I've been ranting about the comics for, like, 30 minutes at this point. But, like, the comics are just so interesting. You know, they have, like, so many good storylines. Like, obviously, comics can be a mix of both. They could be good, they could be bad, it doesn't really matter. But there are a lot of good things about every comic you read. As a matter of fact, one of my non-favorite, or what am I saying? One of my favorite non-Sonic comics is this one. Let me find it here. I have it in my bookshelf here. I just gotta find it. Let's see. This one? It's this one. This one. Okay. It's this one right here. This is one of my favorite non-Sonic comics right here. This is called The Resistance, and it's a virus. I have the first issue of 6. I want to pick up more of these. It's just, like, so interesting. It's a virus that goes around the world infecting people, and it's just, like, so interesting. It's one of my favorite non-Sonic comics right here, The Resistance. Check it out. Check it out if you haven't. It's really good. Really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. But I should read more on the comics, but, you know, because I have, like, 10 of them in there, if not more than that. But yeah, anyway, comics are definitely a mixed bag for a lot of people. You know, some people find them good and entertaining, others don't really like them that much or haven't seen anything from them, and then others just, like, don't like them at all, you know. So there are, like, comics are a mixed bag in general, but, like, they are, like, some of the best media you can get out there. Dang it. In my opinion, of course. But anyway, let's move away from the comics again. Let's go back to talking about I guess more video game related things, and like I guess schedules for the channel and what I have planned. So we'll talk about that for a little bit first. My plans for this channel, honestly, what I've noticed recently is I have friends that have channels, and what I've noticed is like for one of my friends, Prody, who goes by ProdyPie Games on YouTube, I've noticed that he has kind of built up an audience via live streaming, because he used to do live streaming a lot, and now he doesn't really do it that much, but he does do more shorts and videos. But when he started, he didn't do shorts and videos a lot. He only did like live streaming. But what I've noticed is he has more of an audience and more of a community than I do. So what I want to do is I want to try and experiment with live streaming. I want to see if that is like the better path for me to take, because personally, I love live streaming. Like, I enjoy it so much. I still have like so many games I gotta play on stream as well. Like, obviously, I gotta try The Incredibles, you know, I gotta do some DC supervillains, you know, there's like so many games I have yet to try on stream, and I think I just want to like, I guess, take a seat back from uploading shorts and videos, because like typically, like, I'm a shorts creator. I'm known for like my short videos, shorts, if you will. Like a lot of them are challenge videos, and a lot of them are like things I enjoy doing. Like, obviously, I enjoy the challenge videos because I know my audience enjoys them, and I enjoy doing them. You know, they're fun. They're just random, I guess, shit posts, if you will, because there's not really much like structure and editing into them. So they're more shit posts than anything. But I don't know why I gotta focus on this. Right there. Damn it. Anyway, but like, honestly, obviously, I enjoy making videos. I enjoy making shorts and stuff like that for you guys, for the audience. Obviously, I enjoy doing this because it's a passion I have. I love YouTube. But I think, personally, I need to take a seat back. Guys, don't mind the terrible gameplay in the background. But I think I need to take a seat back from making videos and shorts, only because I just want to experience, like what live streaming has to offer. Because, like, I've experienced so much live streaming before, obviously. But, like, there's still so much I can do with it. And there's still so many games I have yet to play on stream. Like, I gotta do a LEGO Dimensions stream. I gotta do a Minecraft Story Mode stream. You know, I have so many games I have yet to play, and my collection is still growing. So, like, there's just, like, so much I gotta catch up on. I think maybe one of the next streams is going to be another Mario Party stream, because I really enjoy doing those. Like, Mario Party is just so fun. I might do some more Jamboree, as a matter of fact. It's been a hot minute since I touched Mario Party Jamboree, so I'm probably going to do some more Jamboree. But we'll see what happens. But, like, obviously, I have to take a step back, because I just want to experiment with the live streaming genre. So, we'll see what happens. I am so terrible at this. I'm not aiming correctly at all. Let me focus for a minute. Hold up. Let me actually see. Did I... Okay, I got most of them. I can do this. Come on. Ah, come on. Okay, this is like the one guy who's really hard to get here. Bruh. Okay. I'll continue yapping in a minute here. Focus. Oh, come on. Yes! Okay. I can't screw this up. If I screw this up, it's over. Okay. Go a little higher. There we go. Oh, finally. Sorry about the awful gameplay, guys. I'm just having a good time yapping, I guess. But anyway, what I was saying is I just need to take a step back from that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But now let's go back to the topic of racing games, I guess, because I haven't touched on that in like 20 minutes or so. Like a little more than 20 minutes, but you know. I think let's go back to Crossworlds. I want to like add some more to that. I guess fire, if you will, because like there's so many like hot takes on this game and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna add fuel to the fire, if you know what I mean. But honestly, like something I really want to see it for Crossworlds in general. Like obviously, you know, more characters. You know, sure, more crossover tracks as well. Sure, more Crossworlds and regular Grand Prix stuff as well. But I think like one of the main things I need to see is I want more vehicle customization. Like I know we have like so much of it in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, but I mean if you think about it, like there are 3 vehicles that don't really have customization options, and I understand why. It's the monster truck, the plane, and the boat. Now, I obviously they're just gameplay mechanics. I understand why they didn't, you know, allow the people to customize them. But like just think about it. Just imagine having the ability to customize your own plane and boat at your leisure, at your will. It'd just be so cool. And I think that's one of the like main things they should add, but obviously they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Let's be honest, guys. But it'd be such a cool thing to just customize, you know, your monster trucks or your boats or your planes, you know. Just imagine like building the tornado or making the colors of the tornado on the plane, or like I don't know, like something that you want to do. Like obviously it'd be so cool. But another thing that should be added to Crossworlds is like I guess more balancing. Because I mean, if you really think about it, if you have played Sonic Racing Crossworlds, you'll know that like obviously the balancing is at a good like place, but it really isn't the best. You know, it could be way better, and they could also have like more items and stuff like that. It could be just way better. But I think one of like the main issues people have with the game is the fact that like every pro player, including myself, I use the same gadget set. Every pro player and like people that just want to use it, use the drift gadget set, where you have the like the speed up 1 and 2 for the drift, and then you have like the level 4 drift, and then you have something else like I don't know, like the quick charge or something like that. Like no, it's not that. It's something else, but like that gadget probably needs like the most work and balancing into it. Hey, 3 stars, let's go. But I think personally what they should do is like maybe they should either A, decrease the duration of the invincibility, or B, just like limit the like limit its power, aka like debuff it. Like obviously, as a matter of fact, a lot of people don't think that like that gadget in particular needs to be debuffed, which obviously I understand why, but like for all these pro players, they're invincible for basically the entire race. So it's just like unfair to everyone else who doesn't have that gadget set equipped. And it definitely needs some work there, but that's besides the point. Speaking of the gadget system, like the gadget system is such an interesting thing for kart racing. I think a lot of kart racers will use that like idea in the future, for sure. But it's just like such a unique idea. Like if you really think about it, have you seen any other kart racer before use this idea? Yeah, I didn't think so. So like, it's just an interesting take on the kart racing genre, and the fact that you can like have all these different options to customize is just so cool. 1 second, folks. I'm gonna take a drink. Okay, my mouth was very dry there. Let's continue onward. I'm gonna put my drink to the side there. Okay. But anyway, what else would I like to see? Let's go over to like the topic of Grand Prix. What is like kart racing most well known for? If you immediately shouted Grand Prix, you would be correct. Kart racing is mainly known for like their single player and Grand Prix gameplay, stuff like that. So, and obviously a lot of kart racers, like Mario Kart for example, they're best known for their online and stuff like that. But many and most kart racers are known for their single player stuff. So, I think like the best course of action for Sega to take with the life of Crossworlds in the future is just add more Grand Prix. Like, they could add so much. Like, and of course, add like more stages for the DLC characters as well. I think that'd just be like awesome. I think one stage I'd really like to see for like DLC wise is like some kind of like DC-esque like track. Like, just imagine driving through Gotham for the first lap, and on the final lap you're in Metropolis or something like that. Like, obviously, like the track can be like a huge track where in like the first like minute or so of the track you're in Gotham, then you drive across a bridge to go over to Metropolis. Personally, I think they need to add back the options. I mean, kinda. They don't really need to, because like obviously they have like all these different options already. But like, I guess what you're trying to say is that you should be able to like in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, there was a marketplace where you can earn like tickets in the game. You can earn these tickets in the game, and these tickets would allow you to unlock certain characters. So I think what you're trying to get at is that you want to see like a skin shop where you can unlock certain skins for certain characters. I think that's what you're trying to get at, because like that is actually something I was going to touch on a little later. But if you really think about it, that is like one of the better ideas for the game. Like, obviously, like I feel like they should add like a bunch of different skins. Like, just imagine Sonic having like his Murderer of Sonic the Hedgehog outfit, and same with like the rest of the cast that were in that game. I think that'd just be like so cool. And they could obviously like have different outfits. Like for Super Sonic, maybe they could make like a Dark Sonic skin or a Hypersonic skin, which obviously they will never do that. Let's be honest. Those two have kind of like faded out of existence, basically. Especially Hypersonic. Like, we haven't seen him in over 30 years, or almost 30 years. Yeah. But I think, speaking of like skins, let's talk about mods actually for a few minutes. Now, modding. I have a computer, and I have Crossworlds on said computer. And the modding you can do for the game is just incredible. Like, the Sonic community works so fast when it comes to modding. Like, I remember in the open network test, there were already mods made for the game. And one of the mods I remember hearing about during those days was there was a skin mod for Pomni. Like, what? Like there was already mods for the game, and one of the first mods I heard about was a Pomni skin. Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. What the hell? I'm gonna go to a different game on this Angry Birds trilogy here. I'm like very less focused. I'm not too focused here when it comes to this. So we'll come back to the classic later. Let's go to Seasons for a little bit. I've not played Seasons yet on this. Anyway, the modding scene in like any video game that has mods, and the modding scene like for said games are just like amazing. Like, take the Pizza Tower community for example. Obviously, if you've played, we'll do Angry Birds Rio in a few minutes, probably like 20 or 30 minutes or so. But speaking of the modding, the Pizza Tower community is definitely like one of a kind for sure. Because when it comes to modding, like there's so much you can do in Pizza Tower. Like, I love Pizza Tower personally. It's a very fun game, very fun platformer. One of my favorites of all time, actually. But I need to get past the second floor boss. I'm struggling with that one so much. But the domino effect. There we go. But what I was gonna say is like the Pizza Tower community is one of a kind. You have like so many stage mods and so many like different like character mods for said game. Like there's I think a mod that allows you to play multiplayer with other people, not just like obviously I'm pretty sure you no I don't think you might be able to. I don't know. I gotta look into that, but I'm pretty sure there's a mod out there that allows you to like play with like a bunch of different people, and it's just really cool that gaming as an industry has these fans so dedicated to those franchises that they will do anything to make the rest of the players happy. Uh, which is I just think is like really cool. That's just like some of the best parts of gaming is the fact that the community will do stuff for each other, which is just really wholesome and really awesome. Let me take a drink again. Anyway, hang on 1 second. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. Okay. Hello? I think my controller disconnected. Yeah, it did. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to Crossworlds in terms of like the modding topic. So, for Crossworlds, there are so many mods. Like I have like most of the mods I have installed for the game are like quality of life improvements, like the like voices for characters like Knights, Ai, and Ichiban, and like texture fixes. Like for some reason, I think like the fur on the werehog and Rusty Rose's arm had like this weird thing going on with them. So I have those two mods on Crossworlds that fixes those issues. So like most of the mods I have are like skin mods and quality of life changes as well. But and I also have like the crosstalks, renders mods, stuff like that. But I think one of my favorite things about the entire modding scene in general is like the level mods. I love level mods so much. Like obviously one of the biggest games in terms of mods is Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations was basically revolutionary in terms of like character and stage mods. It was so influential on that end. And that's like if I ever get Shadow Generations for computer, because unfortunately you can't get I mean you can get Sonic Generations on computer still. It just you have to go get it via a bundle pack, which includes a bunch of other games, which I'm not really wanting to do that. So if I get Shadow Generations on my computer one day, I will definitely be installing a bunch of stage mods and stuff for Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations. But honestly, like Generations is one of the very few games that has so many mods for it. Another game, like I said, Crossworlds obviously is there, but another game I think has a bunch of mods for it is the horror what was I saying? The horror genre. The horror genre has a bunch of mods for those games. Like for example, FNAF. I'm pretty sure FNAF has a bunch of mods. Hello Neighbor, Choo Choo Charles, which damn that came out in 2023. Wowzer. But anyway, those games are like very noticeable in terms of mods. Like a bunch of horror games that I know and that I like do have like plenty of mods for them. Not a lot of people play with mods, obviously, because most people are on console, and the people who are on PC are like very few. There's very few people on PC that do modding, but like the other part of the PC community doesn't really do modding nor enjoys it. But I think personally modding is such like a cool thing. It's such like an awesome thing in gaming. And it's one of the like very few things, like I said earlier, it's one of the very few things that makes gaming stand out as an industry is the fact that the community will do things for each other. It's just so cool. But I think in a few minutes. I think one of like the other day for Crossworlds. I found a stage mod that replaces the digital circuit stage from Shadow the Hedgehog, which I'm kind of surprised we didn't have that stage in Shadow Generations or like any other representation for Shadow the Hedgehog, but that's besides the point. It replaces that stage with, I kid you not, the Amazing Digital Circus. So, like, the first section of the stage goes through like the outside where the tent ground is and the logo, and the arrows are like Kane's hands and stuff like that, pointing you in a direction or so. And then the second section is the void. It's like a little, like in the flying section of the digital circuit stage, they did the void. So that's cool. Then in the final section, you actually go inside the tent, which is pretty awesome. You know, there's like, it's just so cool that mods like this exist. Another mod that I really like is the Rainbow Road mod over Galactic Parade. That's so cool. Obviously, don't let Nintendo find out about that, but it's such a cool mod. I'm not gonna go too deep into that, just in case like the Nintendo ninjas find this in like 5 years time. But we'll see what happens. What else? I mean, that's basically it in terms of modding. In terms of like the game, otherwise, I touched on that earlier, but I am terrible at this. We're gonna go over to Angry Birds Rio. Or actually, yeah, we'll go over to Angry Birds Rio for a bit, and then maybe we'll go back to Star Wars shortly here. Yeah, I actually did the Smuggler's Den area here, but we'll do it again for a few minutes. I'll go to the next area there. But anyway, is there anything else that I really should talk about? Oh yeah, how about we talk about I guess we could talk about what was it? Superheroes? Yeah, superheroes. Let's talk about superheroes for a few minutes. Superheroes. So, where do I even begin with superheroes? Because there's just like so much to talk about. I mean, I could go on and on and on about superheroes. I love superheroes. They're just such a cool thing. I think what I should talk about is how it like really began for the comic industry. Hang on. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Okay. I want to talk about superheroes for a few minutes because, like, one of my more favorite things in, like, the things I'm interested in. Let's talk about superheroes. Superheroes. We're gonna talk about a few things for superheroes, but let's start with like how it began. So I think it was like late 1920s, early 1930s. Comic books were starting to get really popular. And superheroes were obviously a thing on, like, everyone's mind. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone during that time at least had, like, some thought of, like, what if there was a supernatural being with incredible strength or invisibility and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure, like, there were a couple thoughts in the kids' minds back then, and, like, maybe in the back of the heads of the adults back then about something like that. But, around, like, the 1930s to like 1940s-ish, comics started coming out of these superheroes. One of the first ones to my knowledge was Superman. Superman was one of the first comic heroes ever. I think like Batman and Iron Man as well followed suit afterward. Speaking of Superman, I'm pretty sure I have like obviously it's not like the original comic, but I'm pretty sure I have, let me see if I can find it here. Here, it's right here. Action Comics, right here. Here it is. I think this is like the first Superman comic. I have this. This is a way newer version of this comic, obviously. Like, it's way newer. It's not like the slim one you used to see. Like, this is way newer than, like, you think it is. But, like, obviously, got all the panels in it. And let me see if I can find Superman here. There's Superman, right there. Guy that's punching there. That's Superman. But I have this comic for some reason. I don't know why, but I have it. And it's so cool to just even think that I have something like that. Because it's a piece of comic history right there. Except it's obviously it's a newer version of the comic, but still it's a piece of comic history regardless. And I actually have yet to read that comic. Like, I don't think I've read it at all. I might have read it once, but I don't think I've read it at all. But it's just so cool that, superheroes are where they're even at today. Like, if one thing changed back when the comics first released, like, for example, if they failed, then superheroes probably wouldn't even exist, because every superhero started with these comics. So, like, if you really think about it, like, superheroes probably wouldn't exist today if it weren't for those comics. My thing is doing weird things here. Hold up, my controller is being weird. There we go. Alright, well, Batgirl didn't come until, like, a later issue of the first, like, Batman comics and stuff like that. She wasn't really in the picture until maybe, like, the mid-1940s or something like that. I don't know. Like, sometime around then. Because the Batman comics, I think, came after Superman. And so Batgirl clearly was a few years down the line after Batman. Because I'm pretty sure it was just Batman in the first comic, and then Robin came along, and then it was Batgirl. I'm not too sure, though. But I know that, like, a bunch of, like, the major villains from the Batman series were indeed there at the time as well. Like, Joker probably was in the first one and stuff like that. So, but on the topic of superheroes, personally, I think one of my favorite superheroes of all time, and obviously I'm based for it, but it's Batman. I think Batman, like, as a character, and as a, like, public figure, like, everyone loves Batman, obviously. Like, obviously there are more people that like him than don't like him, probably, but I don't know if that's true or not, but you know what I mean. But Batman, honestly, he's, like, one of the very few superheroes I really enjoy. I mean, I enjoy others. Like, I enjoy Superman, I enjoy Wonder Woman, I enjoy Spider-Man and Iron Man and stuff like that. I enjoy Thor a lot. But, like, honestly, DC kind of, like, hits closer to home for me. Because, like, when I first got my Xbox 360, which is the console we're playing on today, one of the first games I remember playing was Lego Batman 2. Lego Batman 2 was what I guess you could say really got me into the comics and, like, the characters as a whole. I'm missing someone there. But personally, I think Lego Batman 2 was really what kicked off my love for these characters. And I am forever grateful for that. Because, like, I mean, I knew a little bit about Batman. But until yes, we did play together a few times because you're my sibling. But anyway, what I was going to say is, like, I think that, like, my first experience with this game, and, like, my first, like, fond memory, as a matter of fact, my first, like, real fond memory of the game is when you, like the first level, Theatrical Pursuit, I think is the level name. It's a great introductory level, and one of the many reasons why I love that game so much, because, like, the introduction level was just so good. And I think it's, like, one of the best introduction levels in gaming history. Obviously that might change in the future, because, I'm gonna go over to more series in the future, but I think it's one of the best introduction levels in gaming history. And the reason why I say that is because, it starts off with like a news broadcast for the cutscene, and then it goes into the beginning cutscene for the level, where obviously if you played Lego Batman 2, I assume like at least 2 of you out of the 3 here have played it before. But if you haven't, let me explain. So, the introduction level, like the cutscene after the news report, like the premises of the game is Lex Luthor wanting revenge on Batman because he was getting angry that Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, was dethroning him in terms of like the Man of the Year award. Like obviously, like the main premises of the game was like Lex wanted revenge, but like that's not really, like, you don't judge a game by like off of what people tell you. You have to like experience it for yourself, obviously. So if you get like a sour taste in your mouth from hearing me talk about it, go watch some videos on this game. Go watch some Let's Plays. It's an amazing game. I'm just like talking about like what I think is some of the best in Lego game and gaming history. But the introduction level starts off with this cutscene where Lex and Bruce are at the theater in Gotham, and they're there for the Man of the Year awards. And what happens is I'm gonna restart that. But what happens is like Bruce Wayne, obviously he's known for like his generosity and like helping the public and stuff like that. Like Bruce is very well known for that. But like one of the things like he's more well known for is helping others. Like Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, loves helping others and people in need. So that's why he even wins the Man of the Year awards in the first place. Lex Luthor probably also has his fair share of doing that, but not to the extent and influential, not to the extent of Bruce, and not like the amount of influence that Bruce does it at. Like the level Bruce does it at is way more than probably what Lex does, because I guarantee Lex does have his fair share of doing it as well. But let's be honest, we don't really see it, and he just doesn't do it to the extent that Bruce does. But when the cutscene plays, Lex and Bruce are sitting at a table together, and they're talking. Lex is mostly silent, so Bruce is talking to the other people at the table, the ladies, because of course the rich attract the ladies. But obviously Bruce Wayne will, But anyway, Bruce gets called up for the Man of the Year award because obviously, like I said earlier, he is more influential on that side of the world because he helps out people a lot. But what really, like, I guess sets the stage for the award is like the amount of generosity that these people give to others in need. So that's why Bruce even gets the reward in the first place. But the thing is that Bruce even said himself that he doesn't think he deserves a reward for doing something like so kind. But obviously, like, the media thinks otherwise, because like in his own words, like he gives people a helping hand because everyone needs help now and then, as he put it in his own words. He said something similar in the game. I know he said like everyone needs help now and then in the game, but he did say that he doesn't think he deserves a reward for it. So Joker comes on the loudspeaker and he says, "You're right." No. He doesn't say that. That was later in the game when Lex. Anyway, he says, "You heard him. He doesn't deserve it." And then he goes on his little speech. The game actually takes inspiration from a movie that Lego made. I guess they made the movie to like get a general idea of what they were going to do for the game, and most of what the movie had actually stayed in the game. except for like Joker saying, you know, you hurt him, he doesn't deserve it. But the rest of it basically stayed the same. And, you know, Joker starts his speech by saying, "Who has been there for you? One man who has made it his mission to improve the lives of people around him." And then, you know, it just shows footage of him blowing up buildings and robbing banks, because he's a villain, that's what he does. But I think, like, the way they first, like, introduce Joker to you in the game is, like, some of the best. And then when Batman comes back with Robin, they said, because they smashed through the monitor, or like the screen in the background, so they jumped the Batboat into the theater. And then what happened next is Batman said, "Sorry to wipe that smile off your face, Joker." And Joker says, "You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all." So, you know, that's like the first interaction you get with Batman and Joker in the game. So, villains like the Riddler, Joker, and Two-Face go down this hatch into like a secret underground area where we would follow after them after defeating Harley Quinn. So I think like the main thing that I really like about this game is its story. Like, obviously you won't get a good idea of the story if you're just listening to tell me. That's why I encourage you to go watch some Let's Plays on it, because you'll get a better idea of the story and, you know, what it means. But later, like during the first level, you know, you're just doing the usual like first level stuff, following the guides, following the tutorials, and stuff like that. But, you know, the level starts off with you next to the Batboat, which has crashed into a table, and some goons are beating on the boat. So you defeat them, and you go around the room, destroying tables for studs, like everyone probably always did, where they would destroy these tables around the area for studs and stuff like that, and hug the walls for any hidden studs and stuff like that. I do that all the time. But, like, the first thing you have to do is you have to defeat these goons to build this staircase that was destroyed to get up to the stage. Then once you do that, you can throw your batarangs at Harley, and Harley will stand on the podium where Bruce was giving his speech just minutes earlier. So after you hit after you hit her off of the podium with the batarang for the final time, she falls into the hole where the rest of the villains went down. They went down into the secret hatch. So she falls down into the secret hatch, and you fall down and follow after her, and you arrive in the underground area, where you would soon, like, the first section is, you know, you have to solve a puzzle made by the Riddler. You know, he just puts goons in your way, and then you have to solve puzzles here and there and stuff like that. So again, it's just like the normal game stuff. But eventually you find him in what seems to be like a green cargo container of some sort. You find him there, and eventually you defeat him, and you have to build an elevator, or a makeshift elevator, out of the pieces of that cargo container. So what happens after you build the pieces of the cargo container into the elevator, it brings you up to the next level of the first area, where you are subsequently brought up to the first half of the Two-Face area. Because, like, over time, as the stage progresses, like, the first part is underground, then you take this elevator up to this, like, I guess, back to the main building, and then Joker's area is, like, on a secret, like, in a secret area of the wall in the main building. But after you build these grappling hooks, and it's not that. Robin has the acrobat suit in this first level, and what you have to do is his fighting stick, or whatever it is. It takes you, like, you can attach it to certain areas in the, like, there's certain like wall attachments for Robin's like acrobat stick to attach to. So you attach that there. It triggers a cutscene where Two-Face comes out of the room where Joker's in, and then you have to build grappling hooks to get Batman up there, and Batman will go past the security system into this one room with a bunch of chairs. You have to destroy those chairs to build the thing for Robin's acrobat suit. So once you've done that, then you can get Two-Face down from the chandelier, because he's on a chandelier apparently, and there's a civilian attached to the, or like hanging onto the chain of the chandelier. But once you get him down, you defeat him, and then you finally go over to Joker, and Joker has a few things to say, obviously. But you defeat him, you know, you knock him out, and he I guess he uses... Well, he doesn't... I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he uses this zip line, or something like that. I think that was actually the heroes, you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just skip to the end. So, that's like... It's a very fun introduction level. You know, it takes you through the premises of the game, the basic storyline. Yeah, you're right. He jumps out. You're right. We go down the grappling hook. You're right. Or the zip line, whatever it is. Yes, I know I failed the level. But that's just the basics of the game there. Let me pause here. Let me take a sip of my drink. Matter of fact, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Okay, I am back, and let's continue. What else is there to yap about? I don't know, honestly. I think... Actually, you know what? Let me talk further about, like, plans for streams, I guess. Let me talk further about that. So, like I said earlier, I'm taking a break from uploading videos and shorts only because I want to experiment with the live streaming stuff and see how much of an audience I can grow from this. But, let's talk about plans for streams in the future. I think, like, obviously there are a lot of streams I want to do. And there's a couple streams and games I have almost completed on stream. One of the games I have to complete on stream is Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Because I was really enjoying those games so far. I just haven't completed them yet. And I haven't touched them in like almost a year, I think. So it's been a hot minute. So I'll probably turn on my Xbox One later today and play through my personal save file. Not the one for the streams, but my personal one. And go through it a little more. But obviously, I know the premises of both games. I know what happens in both of them. I just haven't played through the entire game. But I know what happens. So, I gotta play through those games some more. Another game I gotta play through some more is the Lego games. Specifically, Lego City Undercover. Because I'm pretty sure that the storyline for Undercover is almost finished at this point. So, I think either next week or the week after... Because I want to at least stream once a week. So, maybe next week or the week after, I will go either to Jamboree or Lego City Undercover. I might do Undercover first, but we'll see what happens. But, yeah, that's another game I gotta play. I gotta play through all the Mario parties, as a matter of fact. I gotta play some Mario Kart as well. I should probably do some streams on my PC as well. Like, there's a lot of games on my computer I can definitely go through as well. Yeah, I might play some games with somebody. I don't know if it's gonna be you. Don't know if it's gonna be someone else, but we'll see what happens. Like most likely it will be you. I'm not saying it can't be you. I'm just saying I got to think about it. You know. But uh, yeah, that's basically all I want to touch on there. I think like I think one of the streams I really want to do is definitely like more Lego game streams. But I think the best stream to really do is probably like more Mario, because more Mario is like I love Mario. I haven't touched a Mario game in a while. I should probably play some more Mario on stream. What was that? What did it say here? We got to catch up on that Minecraft 4. I mean, I don't have Minecraft on my phone anymore, so we're gonna have to like figure out something on my computer. So we'll see what happens there. But you know, it is what it is. Let's see. I'm gonna stop yapping for a little bit. I just want to focus on the game here. I just want to focus on the game. I'm getting tired of talking. Been talking for like over an hour. I'll talk more if more people come in, but for now I gotta just chill. No, I do not have that world because, like I said, I deleted Minecraft off my phone and that world was on my phone, so kind of can't get that back. Oh well, it is what it is. Plus, it was for some reason I wanna get a new phone eventually, but because my phone like runs out of storage relatively fast. Like I mean, it doesn't run out of storage too much, but like the problem is that my phone doesn't have enough storage. Like there are certain apps on my phone I want to have on here, but I can't because they take up so much storage. So I'm very limited on what I can have on my phone, which is why I want to get a new one eventually with at least a terabyte of storage. That way I can have the amount of storage I need. But for some reason, my phone is having an issue where it won't let me download anything from the App Store at all. Because for some reason, I guess like when like sometimes if you like pay, like on mobile games, you can pay for something. So when you pay for something enough on a mobile game, I guess like Apple locks you out because it doesn't recognize like who's doing it. So that's what they did to me, I guess. So I gotta figure out a way to have that not happen. I'm gonna actually go over to the next chapter here in Rio. I want to go to Jungle Escape. Here we go. Oh wow, I'm pretty far in here. We'll go. Oh no, never mind. No, I'm not far in. I thought I was. I'm an idiot. Never mind. We're gonna go to Jungle Escape now. And of course, I'll probably play more of this game off camera myself. But this is like really fun. Probably gonna end the stream soon, within the next like 20 minutes or so. We'll have to see what happens there though. Okay. Take that. These city monkeys. Kaboom. Oh, almost got it. Dang it. I'll retry that one again. There we go. There. I think I got it. That was easy. There we go. Hell yeah. We got it. We got a house to take care of. I am the demolisher. I will demolish your house, and you will never see the light of day again. Hey-yaw. Maybe. At the moment, I probably should have shown them when I was talking about superheroes. So if I talk about superheroes again, then yeah, sure. Okay, that was a lot. Oh, okay. Don't have to do anything there. There we go. Got it. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah, you already know. You already know what it is. And I'm gonna launch. I'll launch it right there. Okay, that was way too high. I wanted to go a little lower. I don't know exactly. Like I said, I think it was after Robin. Not too sure though. I have to look into that further. Okay, that's the wow. We have not had an achievement unlocked in a while, so we got that one. It's good. I'm just gonna. I need a break from talking. I've done too much of it. Wow. Okay, that took out quite a bit. There we go. Final one. Yoink. That was easy. Okay, we got Matilda now. I aimed way too low with that. That was terrible. That was awful. What the heck? There we go. Fall. Yes. Thank you. There. Got it. Yes, sir. Another level down. Let's go. Oh, is there midget TNT down there? What? What in the world? Probably can do better than that. Banana award. What do you mean banana award? Where did I get that? What the heck? I want to see what this banana award is. What the hell is this? Oh, wait, is it a bonus level? It's a bonus level. Whoa, okay. Okay, good. It gives me a lot of birds. Hey, I unlocked a bonus level. That's pretty good. That was not good. Never mind. Oh, I suck. There we go. Much better. Bruh, why do I keep fucking messing up, man? What the hell? Yeah, obviously, I do not care if I swear on stream. It's I'm being myself, which is good. That's what I want. Could care less. Oh, that didn't. Man, I did not do shit. Man. Might try this bonus level later to see. Maybe another time. I don't really have time today. I got 20 minutes left, and I don't really want to talk anymore. So I just want to rest my vocal cords a little bit. So maybe another time. Maybe another time. We'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna. No, I wanna continue with this level here. The goal is just to beat this level. If I beat this level, then I'm gonna call it a stream. This is a very fun stream. A lot of yapping. A lot of fun stuff here. When I beat this, I will see. I will see. I might show a few comics. We'll have to see. Okay. Come on. These like aren't really doing much. Come on. Oh, come on. Dang it. One bird. Get this. Bruh. Got an idea. Let's just... this is not working. Bro, I'm aiming it too low. There we go. It's a start. That's a start. I gotta beat this level, man. Oh, dang it. Terrible. This level is difficult. It's a little difficult. Okay. I think what I should do, I should play at least 5 more levels in the regular area. Starting from here. It's the first one. There we go. Last one. Right here. Go. There we go. That's 1 of 5 there. I just noticed that the structures looked like people. Look like stickmen. Stickmen! I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Okay. That's not gonna really help me much. The Blues, the Blue Jays are not gonna help me much here. Let me try this. I want to poke that up there. Yeah, that's not going to really work because I'm hitting the solid, this stone there. It's not going to work. How in the world do I get this guy down? Let me try this. Doesn't really work too well either. Let me try this. Well, that'll get him. Or kinda. Close enough. I'm not gonna get anyone with this. It's 1. Okay. Man, that could have gotten him too. This is terrible. Come on. Wait. Oh, I got something there. Okay. that's how I get you. Okay, now I just gotta get this last guy. And come on. There. That's how you do it. I don't know what I did that previous round there, though. Because... What? Because I just destabilized it enough. Okay, this will... Get rid of that. Wow, okay. Wow, that was 2 birds. I only need to use 2 birds. Dang. Okay, so that's the 3rd level. 2 more, and then I'm gonna call it a stream here. Actually, I think it's 3 more. I'm not too sure. Yep. Okay. Come on. Very close now. Let's go. There we go. Lovely! Another level down. I'll do 1 more after this just to be safe. See if I really need 5. Ah, come on. Not gonna get it there either. So I'm learning here that I gotta start from the bottom. If I got the bottom, I get that. Did not get the bottom there. Let's see what happens. This is gonna fall over. This guy's not gonna die, so I just gotta waste another bird and then waste another right here. There. I mean, it's not wasting if I eliminate the friggin' low. You know, eliminate them. But it's all good. It's all good. I did not promise it. I just said maybe. Stop asking. If you continue to ask, I'm not going to do it. And it'll probably have to be another day anyways. Because I want to get this over with. I just want to chill. This is the last level I'm doing, and then I'm going to call it here. I promise I probably will do it in a future stream. We'll have to see. I don't want to try and stream every week, so we'll see what happens. Maybe in a Lego game stream I'll do it. Else we'll probably talk lots about comics then. Alright, that's that level completed, and with that, stream's done. I would like to thank everyone who stopped by for coming and sitting and listening to me yap, and yeah, this was really fun. We talked about a lot of stuff today. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully next week for, I think, a Lego City Undercover stream. We'll have to see what happens. But I'll see you guys next time.